Hi everyone, Sky here from Hoops. I'm super excited to show you a demo of Hoops so you can see all of the features in action. Hoops is the #1 software globally for screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products businesses. So regardless of whether you undertake the production in-house, whether you contract that out, or if you do a mixture of both, Hoops provides the solution regardless of the production method that you do undertake, so that you will be able to take your day-to-day processes onto Hoops and undertake them very efficiently. With Hoops, you can literally undertake all of your day-to-day processes. So we manage all of your customers, all of your supplier catalogs. You can quote quickly and easily. You can completely manage your job flow as well. So you can undertake your entire job management from proofing, purchasing, automatically updating your customers. You can also invoice and schedule your production, but I'm going to jump into that now. But I just wanted to pop in and say, hey, so I'm going to cross myself off now and take you through a demo. So when you first create an account with Hoops, you will see the job board. Now I'm going to circle back to this job board so I can take you through the other features that lead you to this job board. But as you can see where all of your jobs are at a glance, but this will make more sense soon. I'm going to start with tasks. So basically you can put on any tasks you would like in this feature. You can set that against any of your team members, any of your customers, etc. As you can see, I've got a whole lot of filters here, but you can include those whenever you would like. Now, with catalogs in Australia, we access all of your catalogs from all of your different suppliers and manage and update these for you. So whenever any of your suppliers make an update, this is updated inside your account. So you never have to go out to your suppliers again to cross-check product or pricing updates. It's all updated inside your account for you. With other global customers, for example, the US, we directly integrate with Sage, Sanmar, and Alpha Broder, and we also give you access to the standard pricing of SNS Activewear, which is managed and updated for you as well. So again, you can automatically access all of your catalogs there. For any other suppliers we don't have, please communicate directly with us, as we always create a beautiful solution for importing catalogs as well. So as you can see, this is what the catalog looks like when it's inside your account. You can filter down by vendor at any time you would like, and you can also search for a product at any time. If you click on one of the individual products, it's going to show you the information here. It's going to show you the pricing specific to the pricing relationship that you do have with your supplier, and also all of the images that are available as well. And if you scroll over, you can obviously see an enhanced visual of them. So the catalog functionality is amazing. It really saves you time, but it's also going to allow you to quote really quickly and easily, and also do all of your purchasing as well. Now, as you can see here, we offer a whole lot of very unique features to allow you to streamline your workflow even further. So we bring in all of your decoration pricing as well, regardless of whether that's in-house or outsourced decoration pricing. You can bring that all in to make that pricing easy to quote for as well. You can also add any pre-built items to automatically populate. With customers, you can bring in all of your customers as well. You can bring them via an import, or you can add them individually. It's completely up to you. If I click on a customer, you will see that all of the information's automatically going to populate so that you can see it has all of the information. And the awesome thing about Hoops is we store all of your historical data. So any previous quotes that you have undertaken, whether they've been approved or just in a draft state, it's completely all accessible there for you. That's the same with jobs, any previous jobs, any previous proofs as well. So you don't have to go through the process of creating it all again. You can literally just access it from your customer. Awesome thing about Hoops is we store all of your files. So you can upload all of your logos or any other files you have stored against your customer. It can all be stored inside Hoops so that you don't have a third-party platform having to host this as well. Everything can literally be undertaken inside Hoops. Now you can comment and have tasks against the customers as well. Here's quoting. Now, our quoting is absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to go ahead and create a new quote straight away just so I can show you how quick and easy it is to generate a quote for your customer. Now, obviously, quoting looks different for customers regardless of whether you undertake it. So there's multiple different ways you can undertake a quote. What I'm going to start by doing is I'm going to add a customer. Now, in this case, I'm going to add it as myself so that you can see what it looks like from a customer's perspective receiving the quote from you. Now here you can put in a deadline, a reference number, you can give it a bit of a description. So if it's events, let's say for example, it is a triathlon, you can give an amazing description as to why these products are so important to the brand awareness within a triathlon, etc. Now here you have multiple different ways that you can quote. I'm going to start by just saying t-shirt with screen printing, and you can literally just generate a quote that quick and easy if you would like. Or what you can do is you can go in here and you can build an item. Now, this is where it brings everything together. Now, with our item builder, when you click on it, you'll see here that there's a gray bar at the top. The amazing thing about this gray bar is it's automatically going to calculate all of your pricing for you. So you'll be able to see your sale price per unit, your total sale price, your profit total, etc. And you can therefore understand how much money you are making, the margin on that, and you can be rest assured that everything is 100% accurate for you as well. So with this pricing logic, it's cost price plus markup, but you can also change it to a gross margin as well. So I'm going to go ahead and add a product here. Now, as you will see here, this is where all of the catalogs are accessible within the item builder. Now, if you have direct access to Sage, you can search Sage, or if it's a one-off product, you can simply select one-off and you can manually input it. Otherwise, it will remain on Hoops because this is where all of your catalogs are stored. Now, I'm going to say this customer wants t-shirts from a specific supplier. In Australia, we call this AS Color, and it's the staple tee. Now, this is going to automatically calculate all of the information when I put the quantities in there. So I'm going to say I want 100 of the autumn color in size small. As you can see, there's a buy price here. I've got a markup of 50% against this. The amazing thing about Hoops is we store all of your markups. So you can store all markups against your suppliers and specific categories within those suppliers as well. So it sets against any of the items that you would like. You can also edit this at any time and you don't have to have markup stored. It's completely up to you. So this brings you to a total sale price of $11.93. Now, my customer also wants medium and large. So instead of manually inputting this information, I'm simply going to duplicate this. I'm going to change this to medium and I'm going to change this to large. Now I'm up to adding the decorations. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a decoration. Now this is just for a one color screen print in-house because we undertake the screen printing in-house here. Now I'm going to put this as left-hand front chest. I'm going to do the color being white and I'm going to do a 300 mil here. Again, you've got all of your pricing set up here, so you can see it's automatically calculated for you as well. Now I'm going to add an additional cost here and I'm going to add an additional cost for shipping and I'm going to put it as a flat rate fee of $15. Now, as you can see, all of this is being now rolled up into a final price. So this is what we call rolled up pricing. And it's bring us to a total sale price of $15.06. Now, this isn't a very beautiful custom number to present to your customers, which is why we've made this editable. So I'm actually going to change this now to $15.95 because it's not a huge difference to my customer, but aesthetically it looks great and it also allows me to make more profit. Now, the cool thing about this is we also always add adjustment lines. So you can see that by making an 89% difference to this, you're actually making a additional profit of $267. Now, that will always show up within your internal team so that if you ever need to understand what you did to get to that price, you can see the adjustment line there. So I'm going to save this now, and you will see here that it's got the staple tee here. Now, the cool thing about Hoops is if you double click on this, you can add your own image to this quote if you would like, or if you just single click on it, you'll be able to see all of the item colors populate. So I'm going to choose autumn because this is what the customer has specifically requested. Now, what I'm going to do is show you how you can actually break down this pricing as well. So again, this is rolled up pricing. So the customer gets a final price with the decoration included. Now, if you would like to show your customer broken down pricing so that they can see the difference between an item and a decoration and the shipping, you can also do that. I'm going to go ahead and add a product here. I'm going to, again, add the staple T here. I'm going to do the quantity, the color, exactly the same way that I just did it. And I'm going to replicate this and change this to medium and large. Now, what I have simply done there is just add the product so that when the customer sees the product, they're just going to see how much the staple tee is. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to add a decoration into this line, and it's just going to be a one color screen print. Quantity being 300. Left hand front chest, color being white, and size being 300 mil. Save that. They'll be able to see the decoration there, and I can go ahead and just add the shipping here for a flat rate fee of $15. So it's up to you if you would like to roll up your pricing or if you would like to break it down. It's simply however you would like to showcase this to your customer. So there's the two different options of how you can break down the pricing. I'm going to go ahead and delete that broken down pricing just so I can show you how beautiful it is, how the customer receives just a single way of doing it. Now, we know a lot of customers like to know the difference, say, between a 300 and a 3,000 quantity. You can say, yes, this is really easy to do. Creating multi-option quotes within Hoops is very easy. What you can do here is we've got an option here. You can simply duplicate this, add another option. I'm going to rename this to a quantity of 300. So it's incredibly transparent for my customer. And I'm going to rename this one to a quantity of 3,000. Save that. Now I'm going to go back here, edit this. I'm going to change the quantity simply to reflect the quantity of 3,000. And now my customer will have a multi-option quote showing the difference between 300 and 3,000, as you can see here. Now, I always like to tell our users to add another option. Rename this to optional add-on, completely optional for you as well. And what you could do here is add hats, for example, to try and upsell them so that they can see it if they're not obviously being quoted and they don't have to accept it, but it's an optional add-on. You could give an amazing description here as to why hats are so important for events and for brand awareness, etc. And you could just give them a quick quote on, say, embroidered hats and see if they will just take that upsell from you just to obviously generate a bit more of revenue for you. But that's just an option. As you can see, creating a quote is very quick and easy. I'm going to save and send this. All of these templates are completely customizable for you as well. You'll see here you have the options email and or SMS this quote to your customer. Benefit of SMS is it has a 98% open rate. So customers don't need to have access to their computer or email. They can literally receive it immediately. Customer satisfaction for our users going up significantly, and so are sales. So I definitely highly recommend taking advantage of that as well. I'm going to send that. I'll jump into my emails here as I have now just received this from the business sending this across. This will all be reflective of your business. I'm going to view the quote, and this is what the customer will receive, is a beautiful broken down quote of everything you have just quoted them for. So they can see the details here. If they scroll over, they can see an enhanced visual and they can see the different quantity there as well with the same experience. Now, the cool thing is here is they can choose to download it, they can add comments, they can accept and pay online. We have a direct integration with Stripe. So if you'd like to capture instantaneous payments, this is how you would do it here. However, if I take you back into this quote, I'm just going to give you a sneak peek of the settings here. You don't have to accept and pay online. You can turn this off and just get them to accept online, and then you can invoice via our beautiful integrations with QuickBooks Online or with Xero. So that's how quick and easy and beautiful it is for the customer to experience receiving a quote from you. What I'm going to do now is actually convert this into a job. So let's say, for example, they have approved the quantity of 300. I'm going to convert this into a job. This is going to bring me to our incredible job board. Now, we designed job boards so that you and your team can log in from anywhere at any time and see where all of your jobs are at a glance, where everything's at, and what needs to be done next. We have made job board completely customizable for your business. So what I mean by customizable is you can literally add a column at any time. So you can add a status, date, text, or person column, and you can rearrange it in any order that you would like. So you can really set out your workflow how you would like. I've obviously built this from a demo perspective. However, this could really follow exactly the process that you do. Now, we've taken this a step further in that, let's say, for example, you have a graphic designer and they don't need to see all of this information. They just need to log on and see what proofs they need to create for specific jobs. So what you can do is actually filter down any of this information on the job board and save it as a new view. So as you can see here, I have saved needs proof. So the graphic designer can log on, they can click on needs proof, and they will see all of the jobs that require proofs. If you just want to see all of the jobs that have been invoiced, you can. If you want to see all of the jobs that require an invoice, you can. It's completely up to you how you would like to break it down. You can do it via workflow, you could do it by salesperson, you could do it by production method, etc. It's completely up to you. Now with our statuses, we have beautiful automations as well. So you can change the status and the color of this status to reflect whatever you would like at any time. But how we've taken this a step further is you can set automations against these statuses as well. So one, you can have it so that you change a status and it does absolutely nothing other than change the status, and you and your team are well aware of what's going on with that job. Or you can have it so that once you've changed your status, it can automatically email your customers, notifying them of any information you would like, or it can notify your internal team of any information you would like as well. So as you can see here, I have an overall status column set up. The reason I have this overall status column is because I've just converted a quote to a job, and I want to confirm this job to my customer so that they receive all of the information, and it really sets them up for expectations with my business. So as you can see here, I have just received an email letting them know that the job number is this and what they can expect from here, so that they can receive proofs in 3 days. We'll then raise an invoice, the stock will be ordered, we'll produce it, and then you'll be notified. So it really sets up your customers for a beautiful experience. But obviously it's completely up to you how you would like to set up your statuses. But you can really notify your customer as the job progresses. So let's say, for example, you've just ordered it. You might want to notify that your customers that it's just ordered. But as you can see here, what I have done is when you change a status, you can set it up so it automatically changes another status as well. So this is what we call multi-step automations. So by changing ordered, I have now automatically changed the status under artwork to needs proof. Now, by changing this status to needs proof, it's also automatically going to notify my graphic designer that they must prepare a proof for this job as well. So simply by changing one status, it's had an effect on multiple processes that usually would be a manual process for you to undertake. Now, what you could do as well is once this proof has been approved, it might be ready for production. So that will automatically change. Or if it's in production, you can change to in production. That's automatically going to email my customer, letting them know that the job is in production, and we'll be in touch as soon as this is complete. So if you'd like to update your customers as the job progresses, wonderful. It creates a beautiful experience for your customer. It also prevents them from calling you, asking where their job's at, etc. They're going to have that amazing experience. Plus, they're going to be in the know. It completely takes away all of your manual processes, and you and your team know where everything's at. So basically, you guys can just live and breathe inside here. Now, you can also let them know when it's been shipped at any time. You can also take it a step further and put a post-sales column in here. I always say, set up a Google review. Let's say, for example, your customer has received the job, a week has passed. Change this to Google review, automatically send them an email asking them for a Google review or to follow you on social media, so that you're actually really creating an amazing experience post-sales, and it's also expanding your online awareness. So again, here's an email asking them for a Google review, or again, here's one asking them to follow you on social media. So again, it's completely up to you how you would like to undertake that job board and where you would like to set that up. I'm going to now jump into individual jobs so that you can see how everything is undertaken. Here you can see all of the product information. We undertake your purchasing, proofing, we host your files. There's multiple things that you can undertake in this job. I'm going to start with files. So again, we host and store all of your files for you. So you don't need third-party platforms where you have to access, download, upload, etc. Everything can be accessible inside Hoops. So you can upload a new file at any time, or you can add an existing file. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and add the logos of this customer to this file so that when production happens, everyone has access to the right artwork that is required to reduce any mistakes and ensure everything's accurate. You're going to love our proofing portal. It's absolutely phenomenal. No more back and forth email communication, no more trying to chase up on approvals, etc. It's all undertaken inside here. So you can use previous proofs at any time. You can upload new proofs, and it's also taken under all of the different statuses as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to add a new proof. So all I'm going to do is drag and drop the proof across into this file. So as you can see here, I'm dragging and dropping it. It's now going to link to a staple T. If you had multiple products here, you would be able to link all of the different proofs to your products. Going to save it here. As you can see, it's now under waiting approval. I'm going to now send this across to the customer. Again, email and or SMS, completely up to you. I've now sent this across to my customer. I'm going to jump back into my emails so that you can see what the customer receives. I've received the proof. I'm going to open the proof. And you will see here, now this is completely up to you, but we enable you to automatically pop up with your terms and conditions so that the customer has to accept these proofs, these terms, if you would like. This is optional if you would like these to pop up. But if you have any concerns moving forward, obviously all of this acceptance of your terms and conditions with the proofing covers you for all of that. So I'm going to accept this. You can view your proofs. If you have multiple, you can scroll between, but this is a beautiful representation of how they receive the proofs. Gives you all of the detail as well. Now they can approve or reject. If they reject, they can add notes and reject the proof, or they can simply approve. Now, as you can see here, this has now been approved. I'm simply going to jump back into Hoops now to have a look back at those proofs. As you can see, it's now under the approved status. The status has changed to approved. If this was rejected, it would go under the rejected status. The status would change to rejected. And you would also be able to click on this comment box to see what notes they left you. So instead of having any back and forth communication, it's all inside Hoops. You can then go in and re-upload it, send it across for approval, etc. So as you can see, this has now been approved. Now the cool thing is I have set up automations that as soon as my customer has approved the proofs, artwork's going to change to proof approved. It's going to automatically fire off an email to my customer letting them know, thank you for approving the proofs. We're now moving into production. This is automatically also changed the production to ready for production. So it's going to notify the relevant team members that it's ready for production. So again, I've just eliminated a whole lot of manual work. So that's our amazing proofing functionality. You can also undertake all of your purchasing inside Hoops. So I can add a purchase order. Hoops is smart enough to know what purchase orders need to be created for each job. In this case, it's purely just for the t-shirts that we need to order from AS Color. If you had any outsource production for any of your decoration methods, it would also populate here as well. So again, you can go ahead, if it is outsourced production, you can also add all of your proofing and logo files here as well, associate with them and save. Now your purchase orders have been generated. Now you can go ahead and automatically send that across, or you can simply get a PDF. It's completely up to you. This is what it represents. Suppliers love receiving purchase orders from us, so there's no hesitation there. But this is what it looks like. They have access to all of the artwork as well. Now, just another thing with purchase orders as well is it's a phenomenal feature. We have a learning center that enables you to learn this very quickly and easily. You can do back orders. You can track all of your received stock as well, so you and your team can be across it. The awesome thing about it as well is that we also allow you to undertake merged purchase orders. So let's say, for example, you have 5 orders all requiring orders from AS Color or a single supplier, you can actually merge that all together and send across one purchase order instead of 5. And again, with our purchase ordering feature, that's all beautifully tracked for you. You know what job it's associated with, etc. You can also comment with any of your team members so that, again, you don't have to call them, speak verbally to them inside your office, or, yell down the production floor. It can all be done inside Hoop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to @mention Brad, my team member. And let's say, for example, you haven't received proof approval. I'm going to say follow up on proof approval. He's going to automatically now receive this notification. He can follow it up, and you guys can use this as a running messenger as well to know what's going on. You can also set tasks against any of your jobs. If you have any general tasks, let's say, for example, you simply need to order printing paper, you can add that as a task as to when, so that you have a running to-do list there as well. Or I always tell our users to set a task against your jobs once they're complete, to follow up with them within 4 months. So you really stay ahead of sales and be on the forefront of sales, so that in 4 months' time you can reach out to them and say, hey, notice that it's been 4 months since you have completed your job. You must be ready for more t-shirts. Would love to create a quote for you. Then obviously you can create loyal and repeat customers from there as well. We have a beautiful activity log, so no longer do you have to track down where mistakes or errors have been made, although Hoops basically eliminates that for you. You can see who has done what and when. So you can see here that I changed the status at this time. You'll also be able to see any emails that have been generated by an automation at this time as well. So you can track everything that has been undertaken on that job. You can also apply any tracking numbers and shipping information and send that shipping notification, or alternatively, you can also do that on the job board as well. So if you change this to ships, they'll automatically receive an email with all of their tracking information, or you could ask them to come and collect it as well. So that's the job board. We also have beautiful integrations with both Xero and QuickBooks. Now, the awesome thing about this integration is that you can create an invoice at any time. Now, we have made this so that you can add reference numbers so that that pops into your QuickBooks or Xero accounts as well. You're also able to associate it with your account and any items within that account. So when it comes to reconciling and reporting, it's all beautiful and incredibly easy. There's no manual work that needs to be done there either. You can choose to show more details if you would like. So again, that's completely up to you. Now, when I save and send this across, this is also going to change the accounting statuses here as well. So you will see here that this has been sent across. It's now waiting for payment. If you scroll across, you'll be able to see the difference between the total and amount owing. At this stage, it's the same. As soon as QuickBooks receives this, I'm just going to see if it's received it as yet. But in a moment, that will now change to waiting payment, which it has now. Should the customer make any sort of deposit on that, it will change to partially paid automatically, and you'll scroll over and see the difference between the amounts. If it is overdue, is overdue, and if it's been paid, it will also change to a green status of paid. So again, everything is completely accessible on Hoops. You don't have to go back and forth to access between Xero and QuickBooks. It's all done inside Hoops. The best thing about it as well is that Hoops also sends the PDF invoice back into your account as well. So if you want to get the PDF invoice, you don't even have to log into QuickBooks and Xero. You can simply download it and email that across. It's completely up to you, but we have made that integration so beautiful that it completely takes out any hard work or manual administration that is required. Everyone absolutely loves those integrations, so I highly recommend you integrate immediately so you can literally undertake all of those processes. If you are undertaking any of the production in-house, we have a beautiful production scheduler here. You can set up all of your machines here. All you need to do is simply drag and drop it onto the machine you would like, select the item and the decoration, save it. You can then drag and drop it for how many hours you would like. Now, if the production person comes in, they can see the items, decorations, they can see the time, they have access to a job and a proof sheet as well. And if you want to use it as a running messenger, it's completely up to you. But that's how the production scheduler works. We obviously have our purchase sorting feature, which is beautiful. You can track all of your merged POs, etc. We have reporting. This is all available inside the Learning Center for you. We have an amazing Learning Center so that you and your team can learn every feature in detail, fast and easily. It's all broken down into videos so you can pause and play at any time as well you would like. We also have a beautiful chat bot here, so the team is available at any time for support. And we basically enable you to set this up for success straight away. So you can literally create an account with Hoops today. You can start using it immediately. We can start giving you access to all of your catalogs. We can start bringing in all of your customers so that you're up and running and really thriving on Hoops. Again, this was designed to maximize success for screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products businesses. We offer amazing onboarding as well. So if you ever wanted training or anything like that, we have that completely available as well. So that's, again, you can learn it really beautifully and set everything up for success. If you want to add any automations, they can be added here. Now, the automations are very easy to set up. You simply say, I want to select up a status change, and you set it here, but we have specific videos available to watch that as well. So that's basically Hoops in a nutshell. Obviously, there's more thorough and deeper features that you can take advantage of. But what I recommend is you sign up for a free trial, which I will leave the link at under this video. Sign up for a free trial. If you want to get a demo, we can demo specifically to how it can work for your business. You can also ask any questions that you would like throughout the demo, and then we can explain anything in further detail, but we would love to see you on board. Businesses using Hoops are growing by a minimum of 30% within the first 6 months of implementation. So if you're looking to grow quite rapidly and really increase your revenue, obviously this is the right way to go about it as well. But I look forward to chatting further. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out at any time. Thanks a lot.